Yeah.
It's still spinning, but it's not a big deal if you want to.
Did I start?
Start. It's probably already up. But
Okay, I'll call the
there it
meeting
goes.
to order, and I will set Lise for,
Howie Quorum.
okay. All right. Old business, discussion possible decision, application 823, 122 Watchog Road, improvement of Farm Road and Wetland and Upland Review Area, including culvert crossing of Hall Hill Brook, Oak Ridge Dairy.
Okay. So at the March
hearing.
meeting, we held the public hearing. We did close the public hearing at that time. So we can not take any more public comment at this time or any new information, but we can discuss and deliberate, and you should act on this tonight due to the regulatory timeline. Now, if you want to...
For purposes of discussion, we can put a motion on the floor.
Do you want... So I've got a draft motion.
Okay.
Do you want me to explain a little bit?
All right, sure.
I don't know how. So, during the public hearing, let me back up a second. This application was for the wetland crossing and improvement of the farm road. Over the course of the public hearing process, the issue of manure storage was a common theme. Yeah, it was not part of the application. So in speaking with the town attorney, he advised that we split out those two issues and consider them separately. As I mentioned before, I previously did not consider the manure storage to be part of this application because it's both outside of our typical upland review area and also what I was loosely considering farming, but the town attorney thought it would be in the town's best interest to consider just the crossing and road improvement tonight, and then separately, if the farm wishes to pursue the manure storage, that could be separately brought as a jurisdictional determination. I know the applicant's attorney was making the case during the public hearing for the road crossing that the manure storage is part of farming. So that should be separately considered and decided on. So if you'd like to follow the guidance of the town attorney, I did draft a motion. I can pass these around for everybody to take a look at. And basically it's specifying that this motion is only for the crossing and improvement of the farm road. But if you want to send those around. I also included just two conditions that came up in conversation with the town attorney that we can discuss as well. But let me give you all a chance to look it over. Oh, there's some pictures. Thank you.
You need an extra copy?
If you have.
I do.
Oh,
That's right. It is. Here we go.
thanks.
Yep.
No. I don't think so. I mean, I think we had talked about the town attorney possibly coming to that meeting, but I think
And I'm not intending to put words in mouths. You'll have to, decide if based on the record of the public hearing, if this is appropriate and reflects your findings. We addressed conditions, and yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, so do we want to make a motion prior to further discussion then? Because to make the motion, one would potentially have to read this entire thing, right?
Right. It
seems a little.
I know, it's quite
much.
a motion. It's a
At
lot.
that point, there's not much to talk about.
Right. It's a lot. Well, maybe.
Robert's rules is supposed to put discussion. You're supposed to have a motion.
Supposed to have a motion to.
But we don't usually.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes we've discussed possible conditions.
Before the motion.
Right. Yeah. To
I mean,
kind of, yeah, those-
this sounds pretty reasonable to me. I have no objection to it. I mean, I'm prepared to make a motion in favor of it, but I don't know if we wanted to discuss anything prior to that or after the motion is made. Just
Since we asked it.
yeah. Why don't you go ahead?
all right,
The motion.
just to move things along.
You can always amend the motion.
All right, here goes. I'm going to make a motion to approve application 823-122 Watchog Road, improvement of Farm Road in wetland upland review area. This application decisions pertaining to the crossing. This is what was provided to us, but I, in my own words, support the fact that we did talk during the public hearing about concerns from the residents and just the understanding of the operation and the manure storage, which seemed to bring different questions to the commission for conversation. And for the sake of this motion, the manure storage is separate and should be considered for potentially a jurisdictional ruling or other permits as needed. I hereby move that the application 823 for the road with wetland and watercourse crossing as shown on plans revised on 12926 with an embedded culvert, yet not including the placement of manure storage tanks, be approved based on the following. Commission finds the applicant has submitted all necessary application material pursuant to section 211-7 of the wetland regulations, including but not limited to section 211-7E5, alternatives considered and rejected. The commission, we got to find a way to shorten this. I like referencing, articles
Right.
1, 2, and 3 or something.
I know.
The commission
Yeah.
did not find the proposed activity significant. It held a public hearing pursuant to Connecticut General Statute 42A C1 and section 211-9A of the regulations. That the public hearing was held on the basis of public interest. The commission finds that the criteria set forth in section 211-10B have been met by the applicant, and there is substantial evidence in the record to support this finding. With the following conditions, the applicant's wetland scientist shall be present to oversee construction of the crossing, and any vehicles containing manure shall be sufficiently covered when using this road to prevent manure from entering the stream or wetland, which I think was one of the public concerns that was brought up, right?
Yeah, and that's sort of the end of the motion. I think the rest is more.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you.
I'll second.
Okay.
All right, comments, discussion?
So our town attorney reviewed this.
He did not review the motion. He provided guidance on the language, and then I did send a copy to him yesterday, but I didn't hear back. But it's kind of a combination of prior language and guidance provided plus the details of this application.
So the only thing I'll add is I think, the plans as presented with the crossing seem appropriately detailed, and, the questions that we've had have been answered. In context of the public hearing and the comment that we received, I still question the relevance of the manure storage operation in context to wetland regulations and how, that operation may have a negative impact on the wetlands. We certainly saw or received a lot of public comment related to that, which was not really the purpose of the application. So I like that the motion speaks to that and leaves the door open for further dialogue on that. But yeah, I mean, beyond that, with regards to the water crossing and the culvert replacement,
And the
Yeah, I
commission
agree.
can also draft a letter to zoning. I don't know where the application is at this point in zoning. It's
Yeah.
at ZBA
That'll be
possibly.
at ZBA
But
later this month. Yeah.
we could definitely send a letter with concerns about
in context of whether they're going to require a permit as well.
more just our concerns about the manure storage and the potential for water contamination and a lot of other things that were brought up at the public hearing.
Okay.
I mean, we're not ruling on that. It's not before us. It may come before us, but I don't know what their decision is going to be. So we can definitely weigh in with our concerns as a Wetlands and Conservation Commission,
Okay.
if the commission wants.
And we would
Us
need
to
to
do
do
that.
that by when? Is there a
So-
date? Or?
April 23rd, I believe, is ZBA.
We could,
It will be a public hearing, I believe.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Is that like publish it or we're not at that time?
There was an agenda on the town website for it,
For the zoning.
for zoning board of appeals,
Oh, it's
which will determine if a special use permit is needed.
okay.
That's my understanding anyway. But so, I mean, otherwise, this motion generally reflects that, a desire by the commission. Well, let me rephrase that. Based on comments and information provided during the course of the public hearing, the manure storage arose as a possible other regulated activity that the commission would like to consider, whether it falls under the commission's jurisdiction or not. So, like, that would be yet to be determined, but I think the request would be that the applicant come before the commission for either a jurisdictional ruling or an application for the manure storage. That's at least the intent here, but
Yeah, with more specifics, I guess, on what that entails, right?
yeah, whether it's going to be, how it's going to be protected, a lot of the concerns that there's protection from leakage and all of that. We haven't seen any detailed plans for the tanks themselves.
the level of detail might depend on whether it's a jurisdictional ruling and whether you find that it's exempt as a right farming activity, or if it requires a permit. It's kind of a different level of detail generally, but
I mean, in context of like site plans and drawings, but understanding what it is, where it is, how much of it, and all that, I think is relevant to a jurisdictional ruling, right?
yeah, I mean, you can request as much information as you feel you need to determine if it's in your jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Sounds good.
Any other comments or discussion? All right.
Sorry, I just wanted to give an opportunity. The applicant, sometimes we discuss conditions. I don't know if you have any opposition to the two conditions listed.
The two specific conditions listed in here, overseeing construction and covering the door, no objection.
Okay. No, I just throw that on you.
Are there any other conditions you'd like?
Yeah, any
I
additional.
shouldn't comment, now that you're disclosed.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Kelly, next week I'll send the permit for that. Thank you. And so the legal ad and all that fun stuff.
Discussion possible decision application 826 184 Durkee Road, subdivision of land containing wetlands to create one additional lot. No work in upland review area. Richard McCarthy.
I wonder if he thought the first one would take longer than
Not here.
Rick's not here right now. Or anyone for 184 Durkee. I don't know if you want to go out of order, because he was planning on coming. He probably thought that would take a little longer.
Okay. We'll move on to new business, application 827 334 Springfield Road, timber harvest within upland review area. Colin Burson.
Come on up.
Come on now.
Okay. Hi. Hey, lucky day. It's early. Okay, so this is a jurisdictional determination for a forest harvest, and I just printed out. It's a little hard to make out here, but actually, it's better to give you his. Huh? Oh yeah. So I don't know if everyone got a chance to review, but here's the plan provided by the forester. And
Need a bigger computer screen.
how does he pronounce it? Like Theroux? So, yeah. So Joe Theroux is the forester who created the plan and narrative, and then Colin is the harvester, and here to answer any questions you may have, but it's a pretty straightforward one in that there's no crossings or harvesting in wetlands.
He said we should be ashamed of it. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm just talking about the disturbance, and we're disturbed.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
The irony. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward one in that there's no wetland crossings proposed and no harvesting in the wetlands, so it's just within the 100-foot upland review area. And Joe is also a soil scientist and serves as a wetland agent in multiple towns, so we have a,
So,
good
yeah,
kind of
what
trust situation.
what does this map show?
Oh, yes, so,
Yeah.
and I have a color, but it doesn't have the line. But, so, yeah, here's the frontage of the property. So there's an existing driveway, and it seems the plan is just to access by the existing driveway, kind of go around the house. And in the back here, this is all wetlands down here, but they have a road. Oh yeah, it's hard to see. There's little dashed lines here that are the skid trails. So they're not going down south into the wetland. They're going north away from the wetland.
Beyond this road here.
Yes, up from there. And they've proposed best management practices to prevent erosion and.
How many acres is the actual harvest?
Timber harvested acres is like 41.
41.
The total is 117, included the fields and the wetlands.
Oh wow.
I don't see this part.
So that's 36 to 42 or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. And sorry, I'm just talking, but if there's anything you want to throw in there,
No,
feel free.
anything you need.
Wasn't there another part to the application
Yes.
that, because there were a couple things that I
Yes.
had
got the copy
questions
of
on.
the
Yes.
You need to see the application now.
I don't know which part I handed out. There's the notification of timber harvest. Is that what you?
Yeah, it's the application.
And then here's. So I think what I passed around was the.
Oh, is that okay? Can I ask what your relationship is to? You're not a property owner, right?
No.
What is your relationship? Are you the?
I'm the contractor doing the work.
Oh, okay.
I'm the licensed harvester.
Oh, okay. And you're in town?
My business is in town, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
closer to-
Okay.
If anybody else wanted to look at it, I have a second copy.
So that's way in the back, that's the Fuller property, huh?
Yes.
Okay. I know where you are now.
Weevil infested plant.
I didn't realize I had that much property over there.
Did you, oh, you have that already?
She showed it to me at first.
Oh, gotcha.
I just printed it.
It says timber harvest boundaries have not been marked. I think that confused
You know
me.
where that is, right? Across the street from Anderson. Across the street from Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh, it says
In the field?
bounds are marked. Oh, I see what you're saying. Property boundaries are marked, but not the harvest boundaries.
The wetlands have that.
Okay.
I don't know why there's not a spot there.
Is there,
And are they supposed to be notified? And the other thing, have owners of lands within 100 feet been notified? Are they supposed to be notified? I just remember that.
not per our regulations. Yeah, no, that's just a recommended.
It's funny because like Massachusetts just sent out notified
Oh,
letters,
yeah.
and Connecticut you don't. It's
It might just be maybe it's recommended in
town to
case.
town is different.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe it's recommended to be a good neighbor
Keep
or like.
everyone on their
Yeah,
toes.
I usually do. If the landowner doesn't, I usually ask. them.
Yeah. And maybe depending on how close houses are.
There's quite a few on the back line.
Yeah.
On Bob Lane.
If I could take it down. This says 33 acre harvest? Is that,
Oh, plus or minus 33. So what he gave you a range 33 to 42?
Yeah, he said between 30 and 40. He estimated 35,
Okay.
depending on the buffer of property lines and.
so who's that? That's
Joe Theroux is the forester who he
Okay.
put together the report and the plan.
So 33 to 40.
So before you start, do you mark the harvest boundaries, or how do you kind of determine where to stop?
Like, I asked Joe, and he said, town by town, if you don't have any to leave any buffers, he said just do property lines and wetlands. There's no property buffers that are in stipulation or anything, so he just
Yeah.
did properties and wetlands.
Okay, yeah, there's not any.
The timber itself is not marked, no.
Okay, yeah, there's not any buffer that I'm aware of. That no other commission requires a permit for timber harvest. So I don't know of any required buffer from property boundaries.
We
So-
know the governor never got permission. Yeah, the governor didn't get permission.
Waiting on those minutes.
You just caught him now. Yeah.
So I have a couple of comments here.
Him and his neighbor.
One is,
He
I
blamed his
mean,
neighbor.
for the jurisdictional ruling, I mean, the timber harvest on the surface, I think we all know, like, is exempt, likely exempt. But again, like we talked about with Oak Ridge, like, to make that determination, you need a certain level of information. The range of acreage of the harvest is not that relevant, I guess, knowing that it's, a significant amount of acreage, but whether it's 30 or 40, I don't think changes anything. I feel like this timber harvest form is very helpful to just provide some context of it, but it doesn't talk about, it talks about the purpose and the types of trees that are being harvested. It doesn't talk about the amount of harvesting and how much of the canopy is left behind. So part of the jurisdictional ruling is like, is this a timber harvest? Is it clear cutting? Is it, going to create any potential, concerns for erosion and stuff like that? So I don't know if you can speak to that or if there's more
Did you
information
also-
on that.
Did you get to see they also filled out a regular application.
Yeah, I didn't see it on there though.
They did talk about, at least within the upland review area, that no more than a third of timber would be removed within the
Oh,
upland.
I missed that. Thank you. No, that's why we're talking about it. Okay, no, that's helpful. And then, is it possible to, on that plan, to approximate the extent of cutting? Because when I look at that, like it doesn't, I know we're talking about the upland review area outside of the wetlands and stuff, but nothing on that plan says that. It just shows the skidding trails and access trails and the forested area, but it doesn't actually identify the area to be harvested, you know?
I think it's everything above.
Right, that's what I figured.
It's,
Everything else.
Yeah.
it's assumed. I'm just saying, can
Okay.
we?
Oh, like if even if he could mark
just
on it.
actually just-
circle?
See, I mean, it is marked, I mean,
Yeah,
I
the
know it's
trails
hard
are,
to
but I guess,
see.
I think maybe what you're looking for is, like on a lot of plans, we're looking for kind of limit of work or a limit of disturbance. So I don't know, even if you were to kind of circle just the area, like,
everything within 100 feet, really, I mean, right?
or the total area of your harvest, is that kind of what you're?
Yeah, like on that plan, I would just
Yeah,
put
just
like a
circle.
boundary
Oh,
to
okay,
it, you
Pretty
know?
much, I mean, it's pretty
Well,
much
it's
from the
like
main
over in the
road.
tree.
Yeah.
Then there's one
Fallen
little
trees.
wetland area
Yeah.
right in here.
Okay, yeah, oh, I see, yeah. Okay.
Fallen trees.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Could I get you to just
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
just
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think I can
delineate that, and then this is blue, so it'll kind of show up a little bit
Kind of thing.
Somewhere in the trees.
because then that can be in the file as a.
Yeah, but it
I
didn't,
think I was
I
gonna
missed it on the second page where they actually quantified how much
Yeah,
thinning, you
I know
know.
it's hard to.
you saw that, right?
Yeah.
They're just hanging it.
I think that's helpful for the record, just to have that, so that, you know, whether it's complaints
I know.
after the fact, whether, you know, there ends up being more clearing towards the wetlands or something, that we have something to refer back to as to, like, this is what the jurisdictional ruling was about, this specific area, and,
Yeah,
you know.
I know it's. I don't have a highlighter. Oh,
I don't know if it shows up or not.
yeah.
This is kind of the only, obviously not down to scale, but
Okay, no,
this
that's
is pretty much
helpful.
the only not harvested.
Okay, so
Is this copy not in black?
Yeah, that one
Would
looks
it
like-
show up better on?
oh, maybe.
I have a
Or is that the
blue pen
same?
too, if that's helpful.
That one's a little better.
Oh, yeah, that might be a little less dark. Oh, yeah, interesting. Make you draw it again. Yeah, that's definitely showing up better.
Yeah.
And then, like, after, maybe you could just do a little call out and just say, point to that area, just say timber harvest.
Yeah, approximate.
Yeah. And then it'll be more clear in the file what we were talking about. No, it's a good point.
Yeah, I know there's a right of way here out the turnpike that we're not touching.
Okay.
So that
We're
actually
only
probably
going on the
helps.
road.
I know.
Better?
Yeah, and then I know this sounds like overly, but if you
Across from Sydney.
just want to like draw a line going to this and just say,
Yep. Harvested area.
yeah, that'd be great. And
Harvestable area.
Then it'll be clear later on when look at the file. Like, okay, what were we talking about?
We can't vote on this tonight.
You
right?
can
Okay.
just because it's a jurisdictional.
That's a
Oh,
jurisdictional
okay.
ruling, yeah.
Thank you. Do you want to? Here, I'll turn this around. And that would be our like revised plan. Maybe I'll write on it. You can write revised 4-8. You didn't think you'd have to draw tonight.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. I think that's come up before, and I should have remembered that that's helpful to have. Okay. Do we have any other questions for Colin, or,
So is the area flat?
Yeah, believe it or not, the whole left side is like pure sand and gravel. It's like cut and dry. But it's not super flat. It's hilly, but it's not.
But you're not expecting issues with erosion?
No.
Because so many times we have to sort of demand that it be done in dry or frozen times because of that. But if there isn't that potential, then I know you did put on it that if you got into a rough period that you would postpone. Any other questions of him? Okay. Who wants to do a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve application 827-334 Springfield Road Timber Harvest with an upland review area as a jurisdictional ruling
as of right activity, yeah.
I'll second.
Okay. Any other comments or whatever? No. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Colin.
You're all set.
Thank you.
It's a lot quicker motion than the prayer line.
I know.
Yeah.
Way
Okay,
less words.
So we'll go back to old business. Discussion possible decision, application 826, 184 Durkee Road, subdivision of land containing wetlands to create one additional lot, no work in upland review area. Richard McCullough.
Yeah, so it's not too often, I should get rid of these plans. It's not too often we see an application with no work in upland review area, but, oh, sorry. You've been deprived of your drink the whole time. But in this case, it's a subdivision. Technically, it's just turning one lot into two lots, but that qualifies as a subdivision. So the subdivision triggers a wetland permit requirement if there's wetlands on the property. So this is also going before planning and zoning for the subdivision, but they need wetland approval because there's wetlands on the property.
Can you remind us, so this came, it was not part of the agenda of the special meeting,
It was
right?
submitted in time, but a special meeting, you can't receive a new application. So it was technically, it's such a weird technicality where the regular meeting was canceled, but if an application is submitted in time, it's received as of the date of the next regularly scheduled meeting. So while we couldn't actually receive it and talk about the special meeting as of like the 7 o'clock that night, and it was only a special meting because we held it half an hour early.
But this is the first time we're like
yeah,
talking
you
about
haven't.
it as a
Yes,
commission.
yes, you're not crazy. It's new for you, but but you can act on it tonight because technically the time clock started last month as of last month's regular scheduled meeting date. So I did visit this site. I can send around photos. I meant to print another copy, but we can kind of. It's a pretty good scale map. So anyway, so it's largely an ag field. Actually, let me grab a aerial. And Rick, and feel free. I don't mean to steal the show here.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
But so here's like an aerial, and so basically there's a wet spot in the back of the field, and then it extends off property into the woods a bit, and actually it borders the 122 Watchog. Oak Ridge properties in the back of it, because every application has to be in the same area. But so on this map, the wetland is back here, and the two lots, each lot will contain a section in the back, but all the activity is proposed 100 feet from the wetland.
Oh, so they don't need a permit.
They do only because it's a subdivision and the land contains wetlands, but they're not doing any regulated activities. So it's a weird, yeah.
So Mike Marco's back in the game.
Well, he says
Not really.
he
I
says
call
he's
him up and
retired.
beg him to help out.
Yeah,
Is
don't
that
get-
good or bad?
Don't put that rumor out there. No, he
No,
doesn't want
we
business.
worked with him for so many
Yeah.
years. We haven't seen him in a
Yeah,
long time.
he wants to be retired.
Right. Last time.
I'm just looking at like the aerial imagery, but this is currently like a cleared field
Yeah.
with the woods in the back.
Yep. In the woods, it looks like that
that's
the
the woodline.
wetland comes maybe out of the woods a little bit.
Yes,
So that's
yes, and I have some pictures.
Is this the last lot on the right?
No,
Or the one
Right.
that's being currently built on?
so
this
you
is like
if you're
halfway
going where it's being built on the left, it's past that. There's like a little wooded section, and it's just past that little. There's like a little bit of woods, and then it's like an
So it's
open
not
field.
part of those ones that are,
No,
okay,
no,
all right.
it's just past that. That's that little field, and then there's a house immediately past that.
Okay.
A little, I think, cave.
That one they've been renovating with the covered porch?
I believe so. Yeah,
Yeah,
they renovated
okay.
it like they bought it like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So this is actually the same original owner of that house.
oh, okay.
Okay.
So the woman who lived in the house here, she sold it, the house to Kennedy, and then and so she owned it, and she moved to Enfield, and she passed away recently. And her son's taken over and dealing with this with me. So I'm just helping out as a realtor and someone with experience doing this.
And I'll send around my picture. So the picture that's by itself on one side is taken from kind of the corner of the property looking across it, so you can see just how flat and and so there's a little bit of woody vegetation along this edge, but otherwise it's all a field. And the field actually continues onto the adjacent property too.
And so where is this water? Is that?
Yeah, so that's back here.
Isn't that where the
Part in the woods and
airport
part.
is?
You may have already said this, but why does this require wetlands?
It's only because it's a subdivision going before planning and zoning, and because the land contains wetlands.
Oh, just the fact that there's wetlands on the
Yeah,
property somewhere?
and it's more so for like if there was a subdivision and they wanted to divide it and they weren't showing how they were gonna like actually put homes on it, and like that like the subdivision plan should really show that it's feasible, that these lots can be built on, and then typically there might be some regulated activity. In this case, there's not. But sorry, what, Lisa?
Can we see it?
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, that one by itself is kind of the overall field. I was actually probably standing over here, like on the driveway for the neighbor property, but
This line is what?
that's the silt fence
Okay.
and limit of work.
Gotcha.
There's another one on the other side.
What's that?
There's another picture.
And yeah, this is all the way back to here is like just agricultural
Yeah,
field.
already cleared.
Yeah.
Whose property is that?
Who's what?
Whose property?
Oh, property?
State of Gene Henry, it says.
Jean Henry. Okay.
Between Kennedy and
Oak Ridge.
Oak Ridge.
Yeah, so
this
this is that
is
little bit
one
of
of the
frontage that
access
Oak Ridge.
roads, right?
Yeah, they have that little bit of frontage on Durkee. And then that 122 Watchog is back here.
Okay.
They've got like the pond kind of up here. And, yeah, so it's a pretty straightforward one. It's so flat, not a lot of grading proposed. As part of the building permit application process, and for planning and zoning, we also review the erosion sediment controls. I didn't really have concerns with this one, but as part of that process, I'll make sure that they're going to have like construction entrance, like anti-tracking pad. I realized it just wasn't on there, but they do the silt fence limit of work. So as far as wetlands goes, I think it's in good shape. There's a couple other little things maybe when it comes to the building permit that I'll have them add, but
Can I ask you this, Trent?
yeah.
So there's some kind of like construction bond usually that the erosion sediment control is tied into?
So usually only for a large project,
Okay.
usually for like a single house or such. There's not really a bond, it's just at the end. If the lawn's not fully in and established, then we require a bond
Okay.
until it's like fully stabilized and
You know
mobile.
what one of my wishes is? This isn't for you, this is just global.
Yeah.
Is like, I don't know, a lot of construction projects, not just residential, like the silt fencing never gets removed.
Yes, I know, and so that's one
I
thing.
don't understand.
When I have a lawn bond, I will not release the lawn bond until the silt fence is gone
Okay,
because
perfect.
it's like, I hate it so much, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's, yeah, so often. There was one I went out to recently for CO. I almost missed it. They had completely just buried the silt fence. And I think that's probably a common practice, but
Yeah.
I could see a little bit of the stake sticking up, and then I could tell the silt fence was in there. I'm like, take that out, it's just
Well, I was
bullshit,
just
just
gonna say, that's where
microplastics.
the
at that-
wattles and other stuff
Yeah.
are better alternative, but yeah, when it's a silt fence.
I know. I like the wattles a lot. I know, like every engineer is going to put silt fence, but the straw wattles that you just stake in the ground are just
Yeah.
easy, and
Right.
you don't really have to worry about them. Oh, if you get the ones that are fully like jute and everything, you don't even need to remove them.
I have a hard time imagining water rushing.
I know. I know. Sometimes silt fence almost seems
the river
overkill
floods.
because then you have to trench it in and backfill it and all that stuff. Or people just put it up and don't trench it in, and it doesn't do anything at all. But yeah, for something like this, I'd probably just like straw wattles would be more than enough. But yeah, it's
But
so
in like
flat.
permits that you're reviewing that don't have construction bonds,
Yeah.
there's like no language or something that you put in there about like, once the site's stabilized.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad standard comment to make. I could do that, and now I like submit comments electronically through the online permitting system, and there's some stock things I'll say, but I could add that to like ensure that all erosion controls are removed once the site is stabilized.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
This is not a summer specific issue. I noticed it all over.
Oh
the
yeah, I
place.
know I hate it so much. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. But yeah, so almost always, it's very common. Most lots end up with a lawn bond because usually every like wall sconce is hung, but like the yard isn't done yet. So it's very common that we have a lawn bond, and then I do make sure that the silt. And actually, if I go out for CO and the lawn's in and there's still silt fence, then I'll tell them then too. But yeah, saying something ahead of time is a good idea. But yeah. Anything I didn't say, or that you want to say?
I'm actually good.
It looks like it was supposed to be 2 lots because you got 175 feet and 175.
Perfectly, like exactly. Yeah, right.
I think it was set up
Somebody was
whenever it was subdivided before. It must have been set up
Yeah.
exactly for that.
They had
Just-
foresight, like yeah.
Made it a lot easier.
So the only thing that occurred to me, I didn't know if you'd want the permanent markers back here, or it's a little bit different where it, looking where it's an ag field now, but it does get real wet. I actually went out there, bad timing where everything was thawing and very wet. I thought I might get stuck out there. It was like, even outside of the wetland, it was like very.
soil that's there though.
Well, and then there's the hard pans. I know it would sink in forever, but like the top foot was just like muck, and then you hit something solid eventually.
So that's
In the
essentially.
front, too?
I walked diagonally through, thinking I was going to head back toward the wetland, and probably somewhere in the middle, I'm like, oh, and I was kind of, do I keep going or do I turn back around? But I kept going.
It's going to make for a messy yard.
Is there a description of the nature of the wetland, or
That's what I was looking for.
We actually did. Rick, was this Rick? I'm trying to remember who.
Nothing on here.
Was it Steve?
Oh, Steve Riberty. I don't think he didn't provide a report, did he?
There's something.
Oh, it's the same thing. Is it?
Oh, it just has this.
Yeah, right in front of me. I can find my stack of agendas, so I reprinted them, and here they are. I threw them in this file.
I mean, you know,
I mean, how do you stay so organized with that, you know?
the back of this field is now, you know, these folks' backyard, and it's reasonable to assume they're going to want, you know, sheds and other activities, and maybe, you know, additional
pool.
tree clearing, swimming pools. How did I forget about that one? So
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I wasn't even thinking about it, but you mentioned it, and I think it would be conducive to a few
Markers. Yeah, and most of it's cleared already, but, you know, except for the way back, but they do have a good amount of room. Well, and this one's kind of nice where the septics are in the front, so often the septic will be right behind the house, and then they're trying to put a pool and ends up they need to go way back here or something.
Yeah.
So this will be kind of easier for everyone in town wants a pool and a detached garage, it seems, so. So.
But the mowing and stuff, throwing junk back there, if it looks like it's just
Right. Right, it doesn't look like
Probably part
much,
of it,
so
yeah.
it's not like an obvious, you know, brook where people know it's a wetland. It's kind of just a messy, well, the ag portion, and then back here is wooded, but yeah.
It was pretty sandy soil. It, like up here where we did the test holes, pretty deep too. And this winter when we dug it with the test hole, there was no water at 8 feet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. We just put standpipes in for septic, and we went in 4.5 feet yesterday, and no water.
really.
Yeah, it's looks like Long Meadow sand because I built houses in Long Meadow, and it looks just looks like. So what you're talking about with that mucky stuff must be just that top layer because it just.
No, I think it's just from plowing it for so many years,
Probably why
and
it's
you
so
get
flat.
that like plow layer, and then like the hard pan below it. But it's just, I think it was just the time of year too that it was just so soft.
Yeah, 96 inches, no groundwater.
So we can approve that tonight?
Yeah.
Did you have a question though?
No, I would just. I mean, I'm in favor of
putting some markers.
putting some markers in. So, yeah, it would be a motion with conditions, with a condition.
Yeah. Have you? I think you installed those before. Yeah.
First one.
Okay.
And I think, you know,
It wouldn't be
just
many.
leaving it, instead of specifying exactly or following the spec, just leaving it up to discussion with you, Joanna, and the applicant to determine what's reasonable.
Yeah.
And I was just looking at this and like with the property divide, like maybe just 3 on this side and 3 on that side or something.
Yeah.
Maybe less, I don't know.
Yeah. Because how?
It's just
I don't think you go to circle the whole thing, that's for sure.
Right. This is a 30 scale. I'm like, how much wetland frontage do we have? Because, so if that's about 65.
But the wetland doesn't go all the way to that line. It just stops here.
Oh yeah, right.
So you're going to need one at the kind of at the corners,
Yeah. Once I start following
and then
the
like another one
the
here.
measurement thing.
And then like 1,
Yeah.
2.
I see what you're saying. We don't need them in the back. Just put them like maybe 2 here and
Something up top where it kind of starts, but it's close to the property.
yeah. Because what
Yeah,
do we
so like-
technically
like
say?
Here,
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
We say every 30 feet along a curved line. So yeah, I could probably get away with.
TBD.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, something like that, like 2, 1 in the front, kind of, and 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
5 altogether.
Yeah, probably 5 altogether. That seems reasonable.
Okay.
You want me to
You're
make
on.
the motion?
You're on.
Perfect, thank you.
Drew's done for the night.
I got it right here. Make the motion to approve application 826, 184 Durkee Road, subdivision of land containing wetlands to create one additional lot, no work in the upland review area with the condition of placing 5 wetland markers decided upon a future
5 to 6.
5 to 6 wetland markers decided upon a future site visit with Joanna Shapiro based on the following. The commission finds the applicant has submitted all necessary application materials pursuant to section 211-7 of the wetlands regulations, including but not limited to section 211-7E5, alternatives considered and rejected. The commission did not find the proposed activity significant. The commission finds that the criteria set forth in section 211-10B have been met by the applicant.
I second it.
Lisa, Candace, second it?
I might, this is a nitpicky thing, but I might just put like wetland agent instead of my name.
Okay.
Just in case, what if I leave you?
What are you saying?
You better not.
I'm not, but I don't know.
Remember, we're trying to double your hours.
Yeah, okay.
And your salary. No.
You're moving to Summers. Just kidding. Rick can find you a house.
I'm currently renovating mine.
No more discussion?
No?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay.
All right.
You're good to go.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you.
Rick, do you remember me? Bought a house from you on Northwest Drive.
Yes, Northwest.
Chris and I, yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, it's been a while. 10 years we've been there. So.
10 years. It's been a long time. That's where we sold the house in Enfield on the corner of
Yep.
whatever.
Winding Lane or
Winding,
yeah.
Yep.
It was good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Good luck tomorrow night.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Application 828, 115 Parker Road, construction of addition and relocation of driveway within upland review area. Marcy Hogan.
Okay. Plans for this one too. Okay. Oops, sorry. That is. These all, I think 4 of them. I was thinking maybe there was a page 1, page 2, but I have a luxurious 4 copies.
I hope they're not waiting for the test to come.
I'm like, do you have one? Do you want one? Hi. How are you? I'm doing good.
Oh, I think they were happy with that.
I don't. Well, that's why they got up.
They would have stayed here for public time.
Yeah, so,
Did you see this?
Yeah, I saw that. I'm glad.
yelling at me that I've been idle too long over there.
Why'd she include that? Oh, no.
Yeah. Don't want to hear any more about it.
Chased it across the table. Of course, I folded it inside out.
Oh, no. Now you have to write on the outside what it is. Okay, so trying to think who was on the commission for, we had a wetland permit for the property next door for a new house with a very long driveway up the hill. This property, unfortunately, was the recipient of erosion and water runoff from that driveway. That was a really tight, it was like an old flag lot that was a challenge. But anyway, but they're here tonight for an addition and to relocate the driveway. And the addition's going on where there's an existing driveway after, but they have the driveway there now for construction entrance. And anyway, I don't know if you know.
I could have stayed home.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I keep talking to everybody.
Let's get tacos tonight for this.
It's not Tuesday.
I brought a lollipop too, just in case my mouth. I know, that's what I said. Like, it's a long day. So, Marcy's technically the applicant, but I'm going to be constructing the addition, so I can explain it away to you if you like or whatever. But I mean, unless you want to talk.
No,
Yeah, I figured as much.
So it's going where the driveway
But
is
essentially,
now,
yeah, so the Parker Road's here. So where this is all pretty much where you can see the existing driveway. So the addition's going right in the flat spot of the existing driveway. We will use the existing driveway as our construction entrance through the whole project until everything's pretty much done.
everything around this, she has an existing pond out back, but it's up gradient from where we'd be working. There is a brook on the far side here, but the elevation of the house and the whole front yard and all of this, there's a retaining wall out here. The elevation of that pond is probably, well, I'll tell you, the pond itself is 50, you're just 6 feet higher than where we're working. So this is all protected, this whole front yard. Avery just did the septic over here a few years back. I actually talked to Jason today about this. So like this is a buffer zone to this brook and the existing pond. There's another small stream that comes down on this adjacent lot, not on, what's his name? Mark's, not on Mark's lot, but in his whole driveway is an elevation height, because even here we're 550 and down here where we're working we're 440. There's 3 feet of difference in height, meaning like her whole property, this whole area is lower than everything around it. We won't cut the driveway in until the project's done. Essentially, we'll pull this out once this gets cut in and paved, and this will get reseeded and put lawn back in here. The way Jay, and he left because he pretty much felt, and Joanna and I've talked about this a couple times, it's pretty cut and dry in all intents and purposes, because essentially we're working in a hole compared to everything around it. But this, I think their purpose here, just so you guys are aware of it too, this little dog leg on the driveway probably won't go here. It'll probably go down the side of the garage because they have a couple of vehicles. So some portion of this current driveway location will get repurposed and reused. It'll get torn out and they'll end up putting a whole new driveway in because it's in rough shape to begin with. But regardless, this potential area here will still be maintained for a driveway in the future, I believe, depending on what they want to do. Depending on how much they want to spend on it, of course. Stuff's expensive.
Can you repeat that last part of this part of the driveway?
So the current driveway goes in here,
yeah,
and then where Jay's got the driveway drawn here,
yeah,
there's probably going to be a dog leg down the side of here, like a parking spot down the side of the garage. Okay. But it'll, like, the driveway comes way over here.
Yeah.
Most likely it'll only be about 12 feet off the house.
Okay.
Yeah, because Mark's current driveway and their property line, I mean, they almost touch. They abut almost, essentially, and these crisscross. So when we designed this, rather than coming in here and coming around, when Jay and I were talking about it, just made sense because it separates their two entrances. The line of sight's better here. Everything about it for their future use of this makes more sense, so to speak. I don't even know if Joanna and I talked about it, but I'm doing the site work. I'm doing the foundation. We're doing the actual framing. Everything soup to nuts because that's what we do. So again, we're aware of it, but we're going to use this current actual paved driveway as construction entrance. But being the fact that we do our own site work, it's not like I'm chasing somebody else if there's an erosion issue. Joanna knows we worked together on this stuff before, so with what have you there. I mean, there's nowhere to put silt fence because again, this is upgrade. The only issue would be if something came down here, but they don't have a current water issue flowing off of this because it sits in a hole essentially. There is a current pipe that goes from this corner. It catches their leader tubes off their roof that drains down here, which you guys may be aware of. I know Joanna's aware of because when Mark's property was developed, there were issues with that, just blockage or whatever they did to it. So we will maintain that because it currently goes down here. So wherever I find it when we dig, I will put an elbow on that, stub a pipe up during construction, and then we will retie in her her leader tubes into that, and that will continuously be used to drain the water that it's currently doing now. So we'll catch the new roof plus her existing roof, because it's really the only form of drainage from it, because this all sits lower than everything around it.
There's nowhere else to send it, really.
Yeah.
And that's a garage only?
No, it's garage. It's the lower level is garage, and then there'll be living spaces. But because they currently have a walkout garage or a side load lower level basement level garage here. So their current first floor and this addition first floor essentially the same height. Their current garage will
no basement under.
No, these are just frost walls and with a slab. Just a typical garage. So we'll just be doing trench walls, and essentially we'll pull out the blacktop that's here in the construction area. We'll haul that to Plaza and Enfield, which is where we dispose of it all the time. We'll literally just dig these walls, put a foundation in, and put the material back in site.
Yeah, we talked about, they had an initial site plan, and we talked through some of the items, and Dave said that they won't be stockpiling soil on site, they'll just take it right off.
Essentially, there's nothing to stockpile
Yeah.
because we're going to, we're literally, we're digging a trench
Yeah.
here, here, and here. I mean, the piles will be the size of the table, and again, even if it pours, it can't go anywhere because that's lower than everything else. That's why I say when I find this pipe, because we want to retain it, I'll stub it up. We won't even put a hay bale in front of it. I'll put an elbow on it. We'll stub it out of the ground so it essentially can't fill with dirt, and then we will retie back in. But what we haul out. What we dig for trenches will go back in anyway. The only thing we'll be hauling into site later would be topsoil when we pull the old driveway out and reseed. They'll put the lawn in there. And
So there's the stream and pond. Is there wetlands associated with that? Or?
So there's wetlands in the back of the property, but like far off.
Here?
Yeah, I didn't bring down the plan from the next door property, but way in the back there was a little finger that came onto this property. So this site wasn't delineated. The pond is pretty clearly defined. Actually, did I print out an aerial?
Man-made, I'm assuming.
it certainly looks like it. It looks like it was cut off of the stream. Because the stream, this little brook here, continues up into here, and I think that's where there's wetlands back here on between these two properties here, because I think that little brook that comes down, and I think probably I had friends before Marcy bought this, I had friends look at this house, that pond has been there for a long, there's a retaining wall all along here, like even this pool, Jay's got grades, we're at 552 here. This whole portion of the backyard behind this retaining wall, because the retaining wall comes all the way down here, is all elevated from this area here. So the brook down here obviously is lower because this all goes down.
Yeah.
But again, her whole yard here, like the spot grades here. Oh my goodness, if you could find it, like here, it's 548. It's higher than the work site by a foot here, and the whole yard goes up because there's an actual concrete retaining wall type patio porch something or another. We don't even know why it's built like that, but it literally, you could probably put a building on it because it's a foundation there.
And
So
just, my understanding when I bought the house was 2 owners prior to me, they had dogs, and so they did put the pond in at that point. So that's how the pond got there.
That was the dog swimming pool?
I know.
For the dogs of staying.
did Jay? I thought Jay sent us a copy of Mark's. I could swear somehow.
I think I had sent it. I have an aerial here with topo, but it's kind of zoomed out. But I pulled up on the laptop. So the trees kind of.
Here it is.
It's hard to see the pond because the trees kind of shade it, but this is a little more zoomed in.
You have this one, don't you? This is Mark's property.
Yeah, I just didn't bring it down with me. Yeah.
So the upland review area then is based on the edge of the water courses?
Yeah, so basically the whole property is in the upland review area because you really couldn't get 100 feet from both the stream and
The 2 streams?
Yeah, the 2 streams
Okay.
and the pond. So I think this is the upland. Yeah, this is the section not in the upland review area. This little triangle.
Gotcha.
The whole property is
I think
in
it
the upland.
it crisscrosses here and crisscrosses
Yeah, they
there.
intersect.
This
So
is, if you want to use this, you're welcome. That's Mark's property behind it. So Marcy's house is essentially right here because that's the flag portion of this driveway here. So that shows this corner here is where on his property was delineated for wetlands, which essentially is this.
yeah.
Across that corner. Gotcha.
So
Awesome, thank you.
at this point,
You guys want to see it? It's okay.
they
my
put together the site plan. It didn't include the delineation. I said, well, why don't we see if what the commission thinks at this point? Because I'm not concerned that where they want to put the garage or the driveway are in wetlands.
Yeah.
But they're within the upland review area. So was it worth delineating exactly? If there's a little bit of wetland along the brook. There might be a little floodplain, but
I don't know if you went out there and walked it, but the brook is down in a gully.
Yeah.
This goes down quite a distance from here, so it's very defined. So isn't the stream on this side?
yeah, there's not really a flat area along it that would be floodplain.
Clearly, this was dug before. Ponds don't grow in a natural.
Yeah.
But
Most of our ponds are dug, but yeah. you have any fish in there?
We did at one point, including Aaron kept coming down.
Ate everything.
I saw the heron flying over Springfield Road today. I'm like, we've been looking for the ducks. I think we shared ducks that coming back and forth. Yeah, it's
They must know they're stuck in.
the herons out.
We shared
the ponds
ducks.
they've all thawed, so there's good eating now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look like so dinosaur.
Oh my God, yeah.
Don't they feel one right over turn
Oh.
my car? I was like, oh,
Like prehistoric, yeah, like
yeah, they're huge.
Like a pterodactyl or
Beautiful,
something.
but yeah. I was like, wow, talk about going back.
I got dogs taller than my knees, and they're afraid of them. They won't go chase them out.
Really?
They're out in my pond eating the fish. And it's like a cartoon. I sit there and watch them. They flip them in the air and swallow them. Unfortunately, some of the bass in my pond are a lot bigger, so they can't go after those. But there are tons of little feeder fish in there. And oh, they love them.
Once they know where they're at,
Oh,
they'll come
my God,
back.
yeah. I keep hoping the snapping turtles will get
Just
them. I keep sending the dogs out. They'll bark their heads off on the deck.
They won't actually.
They go halfway across the back there and they're like, ooh.
They're like, what is that thing?
We don't know what that is. We're not going to go near it.
Just so everyone knows too, with everything that happened with Mark and Kristen, it all worked out. We're friends now.
Okay.
That's good. It was a rough go at that point, but everything's good.
It was a
No idea what
mess.
you're talking about, and we don't need to know.
That's good though. I hate when
But you're
there's
good
like
neighbors.
disputes. It's
Yeah.
like the worst. Yeah. But that's good.
Yeah, and even that, since the snow melted up there, we walked around the other day, and it's nice because his driveway does pitch this way, and he's
Yeah,
got a
it
culvert
pitches that,
down the
so
side, so
I don't get
and
any
all
water.
that.
Okay,
You know, it's,
Yeah.
and honestly, his driveway's all higher than hers, all the way down to where they
Yeah.
meet. So like, there's nothing here. The only potential spot would be down here, but even this, the driveway pitches back. So
Yeah.
like during construction, zero risk in my world. When this gets cut in, it's not like it's going to sit long. It'll get
Yeah.
cut in, reprocess will go in, and then it'll be paved.
Yeah, the real issue, like next door, was because it's so narrow. There was like
Straight
almost
shot.
nowhere to put. Like the erosion controls were on her property line, and then the tiniest thing would. And the driveway didn't used to be pitched the other way, so it used to flow all towards her. So yeah, it was just a messy construction process.
So,
Yeah.
we're 83 is that way, right? Route 83?
So this is the downhill side. Yes,
Yeah,
this
okay.
direction here.
It's kind of like
This is,
halfway
if
down.
you're going down the road, it's
Parker.
all right.
Yeah.
The north arrow is throwing me off though, because I thought.
Or this is on the left.
Yeah, this is there's a what do they call those? Daylilies?
daylily
The
farm,
little daylily farm they sell
yeah,
daylilies? It's like right here. Across the
Is
street.
that north arrows right? Isn't north that way?
This is. Oh wait.
Yeah, they're all
Okay, I have it
expensive.
on the GIS.
That's what was throwing me off because I'm looking at the north arrow and trying to figure out where this lot is, and I'm not. I was like struggling
I
with
was curious if the other Mark's lot.
So,
Unless Parker just takes like a hard turn or something.
let me
does
zoom
wind
out
up.
on this.
It
Yeah,
does
it
wind. I'm thinking
Yeah,
like, the way
It's very windy up there.
So this is them.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the side lot is facing north. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of my mind, like it goes east from 83, so I was like,
Yeah, it goes east and then south.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind
Go
of.
up and then you make that turn and, yeah.
Yeah, so they're
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
but kind of like halfway down Parker.
Yeah, because on Mark's lot, the north arrow is. That, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, because he's like this on there, and the arrow's veins in that. Yeah, they
Yeah.
coincide. Yeah.
okay.
Once in a while, though, the north arrow's wrong, and then I realized I'm like, what the heck? Yeah.
Any other questions? We cannot act on this tonight.
No, I know that.
Looks pretty good.
Do we need to turn the heat up for you?
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry. I never investigated. I meant to investigate if I can.
Couple more days.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 80 next week.
Yeah.
And trust me, I'm sick of it too. It was snowing yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The door open.
No more questions? Someone else?
We're good.
Sounds
No.
All right. Nothing else you want to see or anything?
Cool. So then I'll come back next month?
I mean, it sounds like
Apply for the permit.
it sounds like probably not. Okay. I think it sounds all right. Yeah. Yeah.
And Jay's on this. Jay usually, that's why he asked tonight if we need to stick around much.
I
I
know.
think it's pretty simple and basic, but
Yeah.
no. And I think he was hungry. He had a look on his face like, you don't need me, right?
Now,
Say
did you
yeah.
know that Avery is my brother?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're trying to help me.
I was at Jason's house today.
Okay, yeah,
He's got like a rotting.
my nephew.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, good folks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Dan's doing a chimney or something at his house. Terrible timing because he wanted to borrow my lift. We're building a steel building for a customer, and I'm like, oh, I can't be down the lift.
Right,
And I found out
right.
the walls are 16 feet tall. We definitely, ladders tall. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't even know he moved up the hill.
Yeah, he did,
Yeah.
quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
you.
Well, thank you guys.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, you too.
All right.
You
Good luck
need,
with
you
it.
need an escort out?
No,
I think they left.
I think they left.
Yeah, let us
make sure.
know.
They're not gonna attack us.
Dan can throw people around.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Huh?
Do we know that gentleman was that maybe?
You know,
So I totally missed it.
you know that
He said we should
rescue
be
that they
ashamed of
did in
ourselves.
Iran?
That's what he said.
I didn't even hear it.
Grandson.
I don't even.
I was so
We're
oblivious.
voting on an application.
Okay.
Period.
Well, maybe you should join a commission.
I want to be more involved in that.
You said something about you
I
guys.
totally missed it. That's
on
on.
town.
And I'm just talking.
They
And I'm like,
gave
what's
us
everybody
a
talking about?
backup.
To
rescue-
rescue.
rescue that
We added a lot
Yeah.
to it.
All right, let's get on to staff report, people.
All right. So, despite the snow the other day, it's spring and we're getting all the
It's
applications.
sweeter too.
It's what?
Sweet. We have sweet.
But it's not stopping all the applications for all the decks, pools, sheds, all that fun stuff, foundations, and a couple of new houses. So there's been lots of new building permit applications, but fortunately not too many containing wetlands. And so far, let's see, Havenwood, the development next to Geisler's that we approved, they've applied for their first 4 building permits. So that is, I guess, going to get underway.
Stuff over there now.
Yeah. I know the sanitarian was over there, and they've been working out. That was a very complex septic system situation. But let's see. I kept getting inquiries on 122 Watchog. The signs were still up. I finally told them to round up the signs and bring them tonight. So they brought them with them tonight. I threw them upstairs. But
Save them for the next one.
yeah, like even today, I got a couple calls.
Are those supposed to stay up until like the
I think really-
application's acted on?
I
or
think
just-
only till the public hearing closes, but
Okay.
they ended up till basically today,
Yeah.
or maybe yesterday. Okay, so we've kind of had. We don't have an audience anymore, but we've had concerns on Old Hampton Road. I had gone out. Joan had asked me to take a look because we've had a lot of rain. So last time I went out, the water running down from the Giuliano's property was clear, going into the brook. So that was good, but there was a ton of potholes on the road, and I did let Public Works know. It was rough. I shouldn't have driven it in my Prius. That was a mistake. But impressive what happens on a gravel road with some rain
Projectiles going up and down and
A
everything.
lot on
Well,
Camp Road,
that's
too.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah. Okay, so some current kind of applications that might come before you. There's an application just for residential solar, but ground mounted, and the current plan. This is 675 Hall Hill Road. The current plan where they're showing solar would require wetland permits. I've been trying to work with them to see if they can revise it or if they might need to come before you. And it's larger than, the square footage is larger than a minimal impact permit. I think it was something like 600 square feet, and kind of my limit is 500 square feet. There's also a potential subdivision on Mountain Road, 144 Mountain Road. That's the property where the stone house that's like right on the road.
Oh, yeah.
I think the prior owner had passed away, and the new owner is looking to carve off one lot in the back that would actually be off of Gillette Lane, because that property spans to like the cul-de-sac on Gillette Lane. The new house and all that would be well out of the upland review area, but if it's considered a subdivision, it might come before you like the one we had tonight.
Okay.
There might be a technicality where if it's a first free cut, it might not actually be a subdivision. It might not have to come before you, but all the work they're proposing is well outside. I did talk to them though about if she wants to do work on the existing house, we'd likely need the wetland delineated on that. It's probably fairly tight with
have a
Gillette.
stream right in the backyard.
Yeah. The old house,
Gillette
the
Brook.
stream's right in the backyard, so it's pretty tight. But the property is very large, so in the back, they could have access off
Do
Gillette
you
Lane.
happen to know like acreage approximately or not?
Did I? I can pull it up.
I don't have to look it up. I'm just curious if you
But no,
knew.
it's I don't remember, but it's pretty large. It's my staff reports. It's me. And then, so they may or may not have to come before you, depending on if it's considered a subdivision. But I just met with the owner today, and they had wetlands delineated and a subdivision plan made up. So we'll see where that goes. And otherwise, if you remember, 75 Brittany was a new house that you approved, and they had conditions, including the permanent wetland markers. So I had just gone out, and those were installed. Just the lawn's not in, so I'll be going back out to make sure everything's fully stabilized. But yeah, I think that's all I've got.
Quite a bit.
Motion to accept the report.
I make a motion to accept the staff report.
I'll second.
Lee seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
I had one question.
Yeah.
If, and this is back to Oak Ridge, if they're before ZBA getting a permit, a special use permit for the tanks, normally before anything goes to zoning, wetlands has to approve it. So
Yeah.
we would be doing this backwards if it's already at ZBA, and then we require them to come to us? How's
So I
that gonna
think
work?
how it works for this one, I think, so it was going to go to planning and zoning for a special permit, but the
Right.
applicant appealed that decision that it needs a special permit. So first it'll go to ZBA. I don't think they'll issue the special use permit. I think they determine if it needs a special use permit.
Okay.
And then
It goes back to
I
zoning.
believe it goes back to planning and zoning. So,
So it'll be next spring before they can
I
do
know.
anything on there.
So I guess we'd have,
Okay.
they should submit to us before they submit to planning and zoning.
Okay.
In the meantime, they'll just drive their trucks over there and spray it.
Right.
I know.
Just do what they've been
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll
They
do
did
it on a
years
windy
ago.
day.
I know.
I know.
Not only that, but they did say at the public hearing that it was not going to be filled all every day and used every day. And it
Well,
was
that's
only
once
one
that
day it
happens,
wouldn't.
but there's
and that
still-
would be Sunday.
the-
They fill it and use it right
Right,
away.
but they're still considering, per zoning, it's still considered storage tanks, even if it's only there for 5 minutes.
Really?
There's- yeah.
Oh,
The
okay.
tanks are there, the contents are only there for 5 minutes, right?
Right,
Yeah.
so,
Are those tanks that we're talking about what is sitting on Hurlburt
Yes.
right now?
yep. But
So
there's no
what we
waters
see,
around.
what we,
Yeah.
okay, so those,
And there
that's
aren't-
what they mean by, they're more horizontal tanks
Yeah.
rather
Right.
than vertical.
Right.
Portable,
Okay,
so they can
okay,
bring it
so
down the
every time
road.
I drive by it, I keep saying, I gotta ask that question, is that what they're
Yeah,
talking
too many,
about?
they're already doing it in town, but now you've
I don't
got
know,
neighbors
is-
across the street that,
Because the plan they showed us had 4 tanks? Is there 4 on Herbert? I don't know.
I think so.
No, there's
There's
two.
at least 3. I
I
think.
thought there was two. Maybe there's two together, and I'm counting that as one.
Yeah.
Or maybe they've changed it up.
They almost look like a box car from a
Yeah.
train
Yeah,
type of
exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think they just hook them up to a tractor trailer and tow them down the road.
I was
when
just
it's
going to
time
say they're definitely movable.
And I think they said they'd move them periodically to other fields, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But where are they going to get the water if they're moving them to other fields?
Well, between Herbert, because they have water over
They
on
have-
Herbert,
they
so
have
that
a-
big field.
So
this
it's
big
not
field.
stationary, so they shouldn't have to have a permit.
I don't know.
And then there's a water.
Dan?
There's
Yeah,
water.
let's
We'll talk about this next time it comes to the commission. People, let's move it along.
Is there a Bruins? Is the Bruins in playoffs yet? What's going on over there, Sydney?
Not yet.
It's only
Yeah, right.
8:20.
Correspondence and bills. I know
All right,
both
let's
men and women lost.
Oh my God.
All right, we're on to the jury. Come on, people. This is great.
Tomorrow. I have to work tomorrow.
Motion to pay the JI bill.
I make a motion to
$39.35.
pay the Journal Inquirer bill.
I second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
That was it for correspondence and bills?
Yep.
Okay. Minutes approval. Well, they were too long to read, so
Too long for me.
I have no complaints.
Yeah, and I know I, as a teaser, I mentioned, we should talk about how to shorten them. Technically, you only have to record motions and like that sort of thing, but I do like having more detail than that. But, for the public comment, we could keep it simple. We could just say, so-and-so spoken against or so-and-so spoken.
Because it's recorded and
Yeah. So I was just thinking to save you time and effort.
Well, this definitely helps
Yeah.
me, because I read it again tonight just to remind myself.
Yeah. No, it is. I do like it.
I mean, I feel like this is such an archaic thing we do anyways, considering
Right.
we have YouTube and transcripts, but,
I know.
Okay, so
One day
motion
we'll
to
get away
approve
from
the
it.
minutes from March 4.
I make the motion to approve the minutes of March 4th.
I
this
second.
is making all the motions tonight.
All those in favor?
She's ready to
Motion
adjourn.
to
Stay
adjourn.
warm.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second it.
Did everybody have
Who
a
made the
nice
motion? Drew, and then Lee seconded. Okay. You turned it off.
I had a rough day after Easter. I don't think.
Oh, what happened? What happened?
I don't think Easter dinner went over too well.
Oh no!